Hey, I'm Saturnia and I'm about to get my makeup done.
All you're gonna need is a yarn needle. I use the bent ones like this. It's a lot easier to get in there on a doll that's closed up. And just a long piece of yarn. I want to mention that these are the kind of eyes you want to use. They're called safety eyes. They come with a backing like that. You know, you stick the eye in, and then on the inside, you're gonna clip that all the way down. And the reason you want to use those is that it makes the eye nice and tight and close to the face, so you don't have this gap here. Because if you have a big gap there, your yarn, when you do the eyeliner, is just gonna slip down behind it instead of staying on top like that. First step, thread your needle. I'm gonna flip this out of the way. That's interesting. Okay, pick a spot kind of away from the eye where you want to go. Right here is fine. No one's gonna see that you went in there. If you look at this one, we want to start in that stitch, sort of the middle of the eye, coming right there. So we're gonna take our needle and bring it to that stitch that we want to start in right there. If you have a hard time pulling that needle through with your hands because it is pretty tight in there, you can always use some pliers and grab the needle and pull that through. Leave a nice little tail end here. Okay, so now we want to, this is all just going to be one straight line. So looking at the finished one, from where the eye ends and this, there's about 2 stitches. There's a hole here and then a hole here. So we want to come kind of lined up with the top and go back in there. So lined up with the top, there's a stitch there and a hole here. That's where we want the eyeliner to be. All right, so again, we're gonna go in here and we want to come out where we want to continue for the next side. So the next eyeliner starts right there. So I'm going to go across and exit right here. Okay, so we still have our tail. We went in, up, back in, back out over here. Same thing, following the top line of the eye. There's a hole there, second hole here. That's where we want the second eyeliner to end. And then our goal is to get back over here. So if you have a shorter needle like me, you can buy those really long ones that'll reach all the way through her head. But I'm just going to make an exit somewhere that my needle reaches, so like right there in the middle of the forehead, because it's not going to stay there. Okay, so right now she's looking a little crazy with this string coming out her head. So we got both eyes done. Then, because I want to end over here, and I obviously don't want anyone to see that this came up here, go right back into the same hole and come out where we wanted it to end, in the same as where we started. This will disappear. Nobody will see that ever happened. She's got her eyeliner. We have both tail ends over here. We're gonna tie a knot. I do 2. Do as many as you feel comfortable doing. You know, if it's gonna get played with by a kid, definitely 1 knot would probably not be enough. Okay, so I tied a knot and now you see this knot sticking out. It's gonna go away. So I'm gonna thread my needle with both tail ends. Actually, I can cut all this extra. I don't need all this. Okay, so I'm gonna get both tail ends in the needle. Okay, so I have both of them on there. Go back in to that same hole and come out somewhere far away, far enough for your needle to reach. Pull that and watch it just disappear. Gone. Okay, I still have a little bit left here, so maybe I'll try to get 1 more going another direction. So back in the same hole, and I'll probably come out in the back somewhere here. Same thing, it'll disappear. And then I have just this little bit left. I'm just gonna cut it close and sort of like just squish the head, and then it goes away because it'll like pull it back in. Alright, so I'll put her hat back down. Oh, see here I probably pulled too hard somewhere and you see how it slipped under? So I'm just gonna use my needle to loosen that up a bit to bring it back to sitting on top of the safety eye and not below it. And that one's good. I can loosen this one a little bit too. Okay, so she's done.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?